I'm Will with Hydra Fitness Exchange. Right now we got a Lateral X in by Octane Fitness, a really nice piece, a commercial piece of equipment, and we did some testing on it. Despite its good condition, it's not adjusting the lateral motion, or the stride change is not there. We can get resistance, but we can't get the actuators to activate and give us that adjustable range of motion. So, you know, a lot of commercial fitness equipment pieces like Cybex Arc Trainer, Precor Elliptical, any commercial low impact cardio that does not get plugged into a wall outlet, 120 volts, they rely on an alternator system as well as a battery assist for voltage and amperage. And that's the case with this one. We believe that the stride length is not happening because of a dead battery, like it's sat too long. And as you know, like if you got a motorcycle in your garage, if you just leave it and not have it on a battery tender, or not use it for years, the battery will just die. So what we're gonna attempt to do is take the battery out and charge it up via battery tender. What's unique about this particular unit, it's a 24 volt system. That means it's got two 12 volt batteries connected in series, and we're gonna go ahead and extract that and show you what we're gonna do. We'll put links on the battery tender we use. We just get them on Amazon. They're like 15, 20 bucks, maybe 30. But we're gonna go ahead and take that battery out right now. The front hood, this one's real easy to get to. We loosen the screws up, okay? Take the shroud off. I'm just gonna kind of set this to the side, put the screws in there. If you can kind of peer in there, we cut these zip ties off, holding the battery in place. It's connected right through the back. Get my hand in the other side through this one wire harness, and that feeds, you know, the system. It's the auxiliary power to essentially get the actuators to work. So when the actuators come on, when you're hitting a stride length change or an incline on something like a Cybex or a Precor, these batteries are required because of the amp draw. At that point in time, that actuator there's a high electrical demand, and just by the alternator, it cannot supply enough electricity to make that happen. So just a little background there. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this, and we'll show you how to put it on a battery tender. All right, as you can see, we got the battery. This is what two 12 volt batteries look like, connected in series via this wire. And we're gonna go ahead and we got two battery tenders. We're gonna put them on and see if we can. A lot of the battery tenders, by the way, will have like a microprocessor inside. It'll actually kind of look at the battery and decide whether or not it can actually recondition and bring the battery back. At the end of this, we're essentially gonna walk up to the battery tenders and see if we got a green light or a red light. Green light meaning like we're good to go, put this back in. Red light means we gotta replace this whole darn thing. Downside of that is this apparatus is about $350, so we're really hoping for a green light at the end of this. We'll take you to the battery tenders and see what happens. All right, so here we got the battery tenders plugged in. I just want you to see, you know, these are Naco Genius ones. These are like basically entry-level battery tenders we got on Amazon. Battery tenders can be as low as, yeah, like I said, 20 to 30 bucks, or as much as 300, depending on how fancy you want to get. We just have most of the batteries that are in these commercial cardio pieces are seal lead acid batteries, SLA. So we're just gonna go ahead and you could use the 12 volt setting here. You definitely don't want to condition a battery to like a lithium or AGM. I mean, the AGM would probably work. We're just gonna use the standard 12 volt setting on this. So let's hook this up and see what happens. Like I said, you have two 12 volt batteries connected in series. So we're just gonna go ahead and disconnect the leads and just kind of leave those off to the side. Same thing on this side. Okay. And so from one tender, we're gonna hook up, you always make sure, you know, you connect your positive lead first. Kind of small terminals. And then your negative, okay? And you can see back on the Naco, the processor is kind of looking at the battery and deciding what it wants to do with it. And we're gonna let this sit for a little while. We're also gonna hook up the second one. It's the same thing. Again, positive, negative. Okay, and then same thing. We're just gonna go ahead and you see how it's on 12 volts. There you go. All right guys, Will here again with Hydra Fitness Exchange. We're at the, yesterday we plugged in the battery and we're gonna check the Naka Genius 1 here to see what it came up with. And it's a fail on both batteries, wah, wah, wah. So unfortunately this battery is bad. It can't be restored. We are gonna have a future video though on what to do with these batteries. You don't wanna just throw them out. We're gonna take these batteries in and you know, recycle them. It's just better for the environment that way. We will plug in this battery here and I will show you what it should look like if you did, if you were able to restore it.
Hey guys, Michael here, Hydra Fitness Exchange. I'm taking over because Will had other things to do, so I just want to show you guys what it looks like when the battery is charged. There you see clearly the button is green here, so this battery that we just plugged in is good to go. This is actually a new battery. Now when we first plugged these in, or clamped them in, that light was actually red. And that's because, you know, as you let batteries sit, they do kind of leak out and they need to get recharged. So, but this is a brand new battery, good to go. And now we can detach these. And we're gonna reinstall this back in that Lateral X over there. So something that's important to know is make sure you plug in these leads into the battery. Otherwise, it's not going to be in use as we're using the machine. And you're going to want to connect this cord right here to this one that's popping out. Now, I'm going to give you closer up footage so you can see me install it. This is the cord, and this is going to go all the way down in the middle. That way, when we install the battery in one of these sides, we'll connect it from inside. Now this is going to be kind of awkward putting the battery back in, but one thing that would help with that is adjusting the handlebars. That will move these actuators and give you more space if you move them. This moves forward and backward, so just adjust the handlebars and let me show you how to get the battery back in. So I got the battery here, and how I'm going to insert it is like this. And it may seem impossible, but it's possible. And you kind of want to angle it kind of like that. That way you can then rotate it like this. And then you can lift it onto the little grate down there that holds it. And it slides right in to this bracket or this little holder. Now you want to connect the wire that is inside. Let's see, I have it right here. You want to connect that to the battery wire. Once you got that connected, there is a little white piece that holds the wires together, and you just twist it. So you want the wires to sit in this little white spot. Can't really show you on camera due to the fact of the angling. Here, let me see if I can actually move the camera around. So right there is where that white little, I don't know what you would call it, a clamp or something like that. Let me see if I can zoom in, get a better look. But those two white balls right there, that's what's holding all the wires within the machine. You want to keep the wires within that, twist it so it holds it. And last but not least, you also want to zip tie that battery into the bracket that it's sitting on, or zip tie it to the bracket that it's sitting on. That way, you know, all these moving parts don't get in the way of each other, and that'll lead to future problems. Of course, once the battery's in, you want to put that shroud back on and screw it in via those two screws we did earlier, and that should solve your Lateral X lateral motion problems. We tested this piece, it works now, and everything should be good. So if you really liked watching this video, please leave us a like and also subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content on fitness equipment, repairs, and replacements. Thank you guys for watching.